Yo, what's up guys? It's the What a Funk Stories vlog, and on today's episode I'm going to show you guys how to fringe a tank top, and we're going to turn that into a fringe tank top right now. I'm going to show you guys how it's done, step-by-step process. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need the tank top or the shirt, a ruler or a yardstick, a ruler to measuring, some chalk, or if you have regular chalk is fine. We have this fabric chalk, and some scissors. That's all you're gonna need. Very simple. What you guys are gonna do is measure about 1.5 inches to 2 inches down, depending on how you want your design, how far you want it down to start cropping. But I like to do about 1.5, 2 inches. So here we go. This is like about 1.5. And this is all ballpark. You guys could do whatever you want, however your design is on your shirt. But this is just to measure where the fringe is gonna start at. So here we are. We'll just go across here, measure this across. If you take your chalk, if you have regular chalk, that's fine. You have fabric chalk, that's even better. And just make a line right there. Make a line across. This is where you're gonna start. This is where you're gonna see where the cut goes up to. All right. So now the next step is to, usually you like to do like 1 inch or 2 between, to show where the line, where each fringe is going to be. So you do inch, 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 or depending how wide you want your fringes to be. It all depends how you want it to be. So this is very simple tutorial, step-by-step simple tutorial, easier for you guys to work with. So we like to go about there. Just make your line, keep making your line across. And I'll show you guys how to do the end part after. You could actually do this without chalk as well if you like to just send it. This is just a reference, give you guys an idea, a reference on where to make your fringes. It doesn't need to be perfect. They're just going to be hanging, so it doesn't need to be too perfect. But you know, just eyeball it out, see what you think, see how wide you want your fringes to be. Line set up. This is where you're gonna cut up to, and this is where you're gonna cut. You're just gonna cut along these lines and just cut through both sides. But first we're gonna cut through the bottom hem right here. We're gonna cut the bottom hem off. Cut the bottom hem off right here. We're just gonna cut that off. It makes it a little easier to start making the fringe. Just cutting the bottom hem off so far. Show you that right now. Here we go. You know, this is for fun, so have fun with it. It's okay it's supposed to be crazy and wild, so there's no messing up when doing fringe. The whole point is to be as wild and crazy as possible when doing fringe. So just cut off the bottom hem, makes it a little more flowy when you start cutting, and now we're just gonna start cutting along the lines. And a pro tip here, I'll show you guys right here. You have to cut this right here. You cut this right here, but I'll show you that after. So when you're on the edge here, if there's a seam, you don't cut along the seam because then it'll keep ripping. So you just open it up right here, and then you make another strip close to the seam, and then you have two fringes right here. Perfect. Alright, so now we got the fringes. Alright, so what you gotta do now is on your fringes. So what you could do to hold it tight is you could tie them up here. This just adds a little more flavor to the design. You could tie them up. Just loop, sloop, and pull. Put it through, you know, like tying a shoelace. And then you just pull this up. Pull this knot all the way up here. And then, boom. There you go. And then I'll show you. Then you got a nice hanging piece. You can pull this. And just give it a little pull. Put it through. Tie it through like this. Pull it through. And then bring it up. Bring the knot up to where the cut is. Up to where the cut is, and then you got some little more flavor to your shirt. This is what it should look like. I'll show you guys. This right here. This right here is what should look like, the knot up top. Right where the fringe starts. That way it prevents a little bit more ripping, you know, prevent it from ripping as much. So you just start right here. Go in here. Go through. Very simple. Very simple. And all you gotta do is just make sure your knot, you know, goes towards the bottom right here. Where the fringe starts. Just give it a little pull. And there you go. Looks cool. It adds a little flavor to it. You know, like I said, fringe, you want to be as wild and crazy as possible, so why not get crazy with it? It's supposed to look crazy. It's supposed to be wild. That's the fun of it, because it looks exciting, you know, it looks different. It doesn't look like a regular shirt. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. This is what it looks like now. You could see the fringes all set up nice. So check it out. This is the shirt right here, fringed. You could see the fringes. Look how cool this is. Let me zoom up. Look how cool this is, guys. But yeah, finished up shirt. There we go. See the hanging. Show you guys a little far away shot. Check it out. Alright guys, so that's how you make a fringe tank top. So that's just one way to do it. There's many different ways to do it, so just test things out, explore, try new things, and innovate. This is just a simple way to do it, and we want to show you how we do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Please make sure you're subscribed, and drop a comment if you have any questions, and we'll help you out and answer them along the way. Also, a little bonus thing, you don't need to use the chalk really if you don't want to. You could measure with your finger. We had a bunch to do, so we didn't want to chalk each one, so we measured it with our fingers and just measured it around and did a little estimate. You don't have to be so critical and particular in how spaced apart the fringes are, how wide the fringes are. Just have some fun with it and enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks so much, guys. Peace.